I had one of these woks before in one of my last videos that had a wood handle like this, and what I did is I put it in the oven and I baked it, I think, 3 times, and prior to putting it in the oven I wrapped it with a paper towel, then put tinfoil around it. Well, the problem with that procedure is, and I'm not going to recommend it unless you wrap it with a cloth, maybe a towel or tinfoil, because when I took it out, the heat from the oven sucked the moisture out of the handle, and it shrunk, and then it became real loose in the fitting here. So what I'm going to recommend is one of 2 things. Either you wrap it with a cloth towel several times, really wet, and then a tinfoil, and then only leave it in the oven 15 minutes after you coat it with oil. You can see the last video on that. Or the second thing, a way to do it is to use a burner like this. This one I got at Bass Pro Shop. It was pretty inexpensive. It was like 20 bucks. It was on sale. And I used a regular propane tank. The nice thing about it, this is a round wok. This was provided to me by Craft Wok. And this is nice and open in here, so it fits perfectly. I was surprised. It fit great. So I'm going to try to do a demonstration today of seasoning a wok outside. You don't want to do this in the house at all. It's too dangerous. Outside, and we're going to see how we season it. So let me get going with this. I just adjusted the flame of glue. I'm going to put this on here. I'm going to move it around in different directions, but I already did some paper towels and I folded them up. I'm going to fold them up again, and I'm going to do this. Well, I'm going to use the other one. Squeeze them down. Nope, not that way. There we go. Oh. Anyway, I'll hold on to it. So I want to get this real nice and hot all the way around before I put the oil on it. And the purpose of this is the heat will expand. You can see it's already starting to turn some color in there. The molecules of the carbon steel will start expanding, and then when you put the oil in, you coat that real thin coats of oil. It fills in those little openings and it becomes stick-free. And also it won't rust as easy. Remember, I didn't show it on this video, but you have to wash the oil really well. Wash the wok really well, not the oil. Wash the wok really well to get all the shipping oil out. The reason they do that is to keep it from rusting while they're shipping it. So you can see this turning nice brown color. So I'm going to shut the video off right now while I'm continuing to do this. I don't want it's the same thing, and I don't want to bore you. And then I'll come back when I put the first coat of oil in it, and we'll probably put maybe 3 coats of really light oil in it. And stay tuned, I'll be back in a few minutes. I'm using, the oil I'm using is avocado oil, which I also use to cook with. Some people use flaxseed oil. I think I've used coconut oil before, I've used grapeseed oil, but today I'm going to use avocado oil. So let's come back for take number 2. Alright, getting back here, it's about done. I've been moving it around like this to get the edges. This wok is really hot. So I moved the camera in a little closer so you can see it's getting all nice and brown and black. I'm trying to get the edges, I'll point it out to you. I'm pulling at an angle to get these edges in here all the way around. This, I don't know if I had mentioned it a couple of minutes ago, but this wok, this is like a burner, wok burner I guess you could use it for. It came with a pan for deep frying fish or potato chips if you use that, but I just use it for the wok. But it generates 58,000 BTU. I think your average stove generates what, about 2,500 if it's a gas stove. But now we're getting real ready to, boy, this handle's getting really warm, so I'll put my super duper glove on here. And we'll put this in here a little bit more and get it nice and red in the center. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go over here. I got my oil. And you put real thin coats of oil on it, and this is going to most likely smoke like crazy, but we'll see how it does. Oh boy, it's hot. Whew. Yeah, it's smoking. Whew. Started my thing on fire. Wow, is that hot? Throw that one away. Put the next one in. I didn't get the oil all over it. Oh, fell out. That's why you do this outside in the garage or on your porch or someplace. So you don't wind up starting things on fire. I have a cement garage floor, so I can let that burn over there. Cool down a little bit. And you can hear me, there's an airport close by, that's why you hear the airplane. I'm going to let it cool down, and I'm going to put the oil on it when it's a little cool. And then reheat it again. I think that'll get rid of starting a fire here. I'll be back in a few minutes when this cools down a little bit. I'm going to put another coat of oil in it and take it away from that point. Stay tuned. All right. What I did while you were gone, or while I was gone, either one, after it cooled down a little bit, it's still pretty warm. I coated the underneath with avocado oil, and avocado oil has a flash point, or a burn point, flash point of approximately about 525 degrees. So when I started on fire, I know this is well above 500 degrees, this burner here. And it's just turned out to be, this is one of the most reasonable ones. At Pro Shop, they've got them in their sports section. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to try to do this without burning myself. I've got some oil here. I have a little bit better control if you let it cool down and you use your hand to put it on. And you just coat it all over. Real light coating of oil. Gotta get it everywhere. Even the handles, because you want the handles to be not to rust either. And this is still pretty warm. It looks ugly, but you know, who cares about looks? It's the functionality of the wok that you want. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a clean towel and I'm going to go and I'm going to wipe any excess oil out. And I'm going to do this maybe 3 times. And then I'm going to start the burner up again. And we'll take it away. All right. All right, let me start this thing up again. Okay, that's on. I'm going to take and set this on a pad over there. You really want glue. I did adjust this totally, let's see, counterclockwise. It was totally clockwise. But there's a screw on the top and a screw on the bottom. And then I just turn this sleeve here. You can see that sleeve? And let me tip the camera down a little bit. Okay. There's a sleeve right here on the outside with 2 screws on it. And I just turn it until I get mostly glue. So it is what it is. So let's put this back on here again. And we'll heat it up until it starts to smoke again. And we'll tip this camera up so you can get the full view. There you go. So I'll turn this up a little bit more. That's hot. This is a very fast way to season it, and I was watching some YouTube videos on Japanese, or let's say Asian kitchens, and they have special burners in their kitchens that probably produce 250,000 BTU. This is only 5,800. They're starting to smoke. So I'll move it around a little bit. It's not going to take very much. This is pretty hot. And this is the way they kind of do theirs in their kitchen. So I said if it's good enough for the Asian kitchens, it's sure good enough for me. Some of the wok burners that you see are anywhere from, say, $50 to $200. But if you don't want to spend a lot of money, this works perfect. So And I did put coat the back of it. We'll do that a little bit. I coated the back also because I don't want that to rust. You don't have to be too fancy and worry about it. You see it's getting kind of dry in there. I just want to get the wetness off of it. Like see it wet over here. So as you move it around the flame, it's amazing how hot this gets. It's doing a nice job. I'm impressed. These wok, I think I mentioned before, were by Craft Wok, and you can get them off Amazon from my website. There's a nice link, and I appreciate it if you use it. It will help me pay. I make a small commission, not much, but it helps me pay for my videos, which are fantastic, as you can see. So, alright, this is getting pretty well done. I'm going to leave it go a little longer. I want to get some of that wet looking area there starting to dry now. I don't even know if you can overheat it. I mean, the oil will smoke, but I don't know if I don't think you can do any damage to the wok itself because it's made of carbon steel. All right, get the handle without burning the wood. Okay, what I'm going to do now is let it cool down, it's kind of dry, and then I'll put another application, thin coat of oil in it. So it's smoking nicely, and we'll just let it cool down. We'll put another application of oil in it for our second application, and then at the end of I probably could use it now, but I'll do it 3 times. I like the number 3. And we'll see what happens. Okay, be back. I think this is the 3rd coating. I forgot I was out watering my garden, and this came back, and this is cool now. So I'm going to put some oil, real thin coat of it here on the back side again. I'm only going to do 2 coats on the back, and get it all over there nicely along the handle too, because then I want that to rust, and I want that coated, and I want the back of this where the rivets are, so it's all well preserved. Okay, now that's pretty good, but what I want to do is I want to get the excess oil out, so I'll take another napkin, and I'll just wipe any excess oil off of this, and then we'll turn it over. Looking good. Okay. Now what I'll do is I'll take this again, put oil in here. Doesn't take much. Oh, this is nice and cool. Around where the rivets are. You don't need a lot of oil. The thinner the better. It's better to put do this 10 times with real thin coats rather than 3 times with heavy coats. And then around the edge, on the top again. Around this here. On the Craft Wok symbol. Boom. Okay. Now I'm going to wipe this off. And we're ready to fire this baby up again. Okay. Let's do this. See if I can. I have my mittens here. But I'm going to put it on right there. And then we're going to start this up. Put this baby on there. We'll leave it on there until it smokes and it starts to look dry in the inside. Then we know that the pores have opened up in the metal, the molecules, and it's allowed the oil to go in, and as it cools down, it will seal it. You like that explanation? I thought you would. And it's nothing to do with woks, except I do cook a lot of peppers in my woks. So it's starting to heat up in the center already. I'll let it get nice and hot. Starting to smoke again, you can see the smoke, and then we'll tip it over so that the flame gets around the edges. I'll let that smoke a little bit, which it already is, and we'll just kind of rotate it around. For the money, this is a great wok burner, I'll tell you. Some of the other ones I didn't like. One was like $180 for a wok burner, and it had 3 legs in it. It was real flimsy, And I read the reviews on it, and I'm saying, wow, I'd take the legs off and put pipe in there instead of those cheap aluminum legs. But I didn't have to buy it when I saw this. This is handy enough. You could take it on a barbecue if you're going out to the park with family or friends. 4th of July, which is right around the corner. A few days yet. See, it's smoking nicely. Oof. All right. Okay. As you can tell, I'm no expert at this. Right on a wok or any carbon steel, the darker it gets, the better it cooks. I'm trying to get this area in here a little better. But I don't want to get it so close that I'm burning the wood or my hand. All right, I'll leave that sit there for a minute. Looking good. Smoking nicely. Boy, it's beautiful out today. I think it's like 75 degrees outside. Okay, this is looking good. I want to get a little bit on this side yet. This ring around the outside here just perfect for this. All right, we're going to shut cool.